you doing here?
This is what happens when you hang up on your mother. You force her to show up in person.
You couldn't take a hint? If this is about what you were saying on the phone, I don't want to hear another word about it. You can turn around and leave.
Wait. What was she saying on the phone?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. Paul, no more secrets. Remember? We promised. I want to know.
Rick Decker has completed his autopsy on Sofie.
Did he give you the results?
In person. It seems there's enough physical evidence to prove that Paul is innocent.
That's great. See, I told you it's over.
Unfortunately, that's not true.
Why? If Paul's in the clear, then I...
Well, this new evidence implicates you.
Rick Decker thinks that I murdered Sofie, and you believe him?
I didn't say that, Meg.
She said.
Yeah, but you think it's true. You think I did it.
Apparently, the syringe used to kill Sofie was purchased for use at Memorial Hospital. And due to the accuracy of the injection, Rick thinks it must have been administered by a medical professional.
And that would be me, right? A medical professional? The same medical professional who sat up with you when you were sick, who held your hand and wiped your forehead when you had nausea and the shakes. The same person would plunge a needle into a pregnant woman's arm and leave her for dead?
I'm only telling you what the report is going to say. I'm not accusing you of anything, Meg.
You don't have to. The look in your face says it all.
Meg, hey, where are you going?
I'm going out. You can deal with her. I'm done.
Well, if it isn't the pride of Memorial's nursing staff herself. And if you forgive me for saying so, Mrs. Ryan, you look angry enough to kill.
You think you're clever, don't you?
In what way?
I look like I could kill?
It's just a figure of speech.
No, it's not. Not when you're going around trying to accuse me of murder.
No, I never accused you of anything. Oh, no, this is interesting. I tell Barbara that I believe that Sofie Duran was killed by someone who works at the hospital, and then you come charging in to defend your good name. Why is that?
I just want to know why you're trying to pin this on me.
Meg, I never said you did anything. I mean, if my educated opinion led Barbara to suspect you, then I suggest you bring it up with her. Not that I would expect you to take responsibility for anything notwithstanding.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because you're a woman. And women, they never take responsibility for any of the damage they inflict, the pain, the suffering. No, they just move on to the next victim.
Well, that's ironic coming from you.
You know, I never understood how that kind of behavior earned you and your kind the title of the weaker sex.
I'm going to say this once, because I have no desire to waste my time with you. But I didn't kill Sofie Duran.
But you could have. Very easily. And given your vocation, you'd know how to cover your tracks, how to make sure you didn't leave a bruise, how to use the cephalic vein for maximum impact. And you'd know how to inject the needle at exactly 45 degrees to make sure that there was no sudden swelling.
Get away from me! Hey, break it! Don't just attack me! No, he came after my wife with a syringe. Is that true?
No! I mean, yes. I was trying to explain to her how I came to my autopsy report.
My wife did not kill Sofie. You take that report, you get out of town. I don't want you on this case anymore.
Fine, Paul.
And you stay away from my family.
Anything, Paul, just to make it easier on you.
Let's go.
Don't forget my...
Yeah, okay, good. Get out. Come on, Decker.
I spoke to one of the maids at the Lakeview. She said she heard you arguing with Sofie Duran the night that Sofie was murdered. Is that true?
Yes, I did go see Sofie that night.
And you argued?
Yes, but it certainly wasn't the first time.
But it certainly was the last time. So tell me what it was about.
I heard that Sofie was pregnant with Paul's child.
Well, that must have been a shock.
Not at first, because I didn't believe it. So I went over to her room to confront her about it.
What did she say?
That it was true. And she showed me a sonogram and told me that they went to the appointment together and that Paul believed that the baby was his.
That must have been very upsetting.
What do you want me to say, Margot? I mean, Sofie had accused Paul of rape. I mean, I had every reason to believe that this was just another lie.
Until she showed you that sonogram. Listen, I can't imagine what you were feeling, showing up and thinking that Sofie was once again going to lie through her teeth, and then it turns out that she's telling the truth. Now she has photographic evidence, and once again, you're the last to know. You were angry.
Yes, I was angry.
Were you angry enough to kill her?
I would never, under any circumstances. For God's sake, she was pregnant.
So your answer's no.
When I left, Sofie was alive, Margot.
Unfortunately, Meg, there's no one to back that up.
Okay, you know what? My wife has answered all of your questions. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And if you have any other questions, feel free to contact our attorney.
Yes, of course, I will. Meg, don't leave town.
Are you saying I'm a suspect?
I am trying to reach Sofie Duran. Is she there, please?
No, Sophie's not here. Who's calling?
This is Dr. Schiller from Memorial Hospital.
Dr. Schiller. Sophie's OBGYN?
Is this Paul Ryan?
Yeah?
I am so sorry, but there was a mix-up in my office when you and Sofie were here.
What kind of mix-up?
I'd rather explain it to you both in person. Would you be able to stop by my office?
Well, I'm on my way. It's Dr. Schiller.
What does she want?
I'm not sure.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
I'm sorry, I've been out of town. I had no idea about Sofie.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. On the phone, you said there was some kind of a mix-up. Was there something wrong with the baby?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to see Sofie to do another sonogram.
Another one? Why?
Well, I'm going to look into how this happened, but I believe that there may have been a clerical error with the original one.
How can there be a clerical error with a sonogram?
Well, there was a sonogram attached to Sofie's file, but our clerk found another one in the filing cabinet with her name on it.
So there were two?
Yes, and they don't match up. The one that we found in the filing cabinet indicates that the fetus was actually much younger than we had initially thought.
Younger? So you're saying you miscalculated the date of conception?
According to the second sonogram we found, yes. Based on the weight and the size, there's no way that Sofie was 2 months pregnant at the time of the sonogram.
Paul, you realize what this means?
It wasn't my baby.
Thank you. It's just that I'm still in shock.
Yeah, me too.
So it wasn't your baby. Sofie did lie about everything and she deceived the both of us.
Yeah, not just us. Think about it, somewhere out there, the real father of Sophie's baby may not even know that he is the father.
Or maybe he does. Maybe he's the one that switched the sonograms.
Who would do something like that?
I don't know. Except for you, I never really saw Sofie with anyone other than Aaron and Mike.
You don't think Aaron...
No.
What about Mike?
No, it wasn't like that between them.
You sure?
Yes.
But Sofie did confide in Mike, so maybe Mike has some idea who this mystery father is.
Well, maybe we should talk to him.
Yes, we should. Because if we find the dad, it might just lead us to the killer.